I'm not entirely sure what just happened, and I'm not sure if I like that, but Stream did something weird, and I think it's back now. So if I lost anybody, that's well, rip, and hopefully that won't happen again, maybe? I thought I got a power outage for a moment, but nothing shut down, so I don't know what happened. Anyway, what was I doing? Trying to configure stuff on my other screen so I can see everything. That is a Discord server. And okay, I think I can see stuff. Now, where was I? Defining NPCs. Alright, so I'm not looking for anything down there, but NPC, main quest, boss, I think, is what I was trying to do. And down here where I actually define that, it's going to look like this. So I can now attach an NPC to that guy, and the game will know what it means when I reference it in code. Next, I think I'm going to have to say this. I'm going to have to define another cutscene. And to define a cutscene, oops, did not want that. I see the viewer count says 0, so if you're watching, shout something out in chat so that I know you're here, and that YouTube is not being weird. But I did it again. Control R. Const cutscene. And down here, quest was probably, I really need to organize these better. MQ, opening MQ, boss. I should probably number these. I'm gonna number these. So, we're gonna copy that. 05 boss. I need to define all these. Oops. I need to define all these before they can be used by the game naturally. What's this? 05 boss, right? Good. And when I come back here, let's see, the default text, there should be default text that the NPC says when the quest is active, and text that the NPC says when the quest is not active. And I think what's the best way to do this? Let's get rid of all these for one. What should the dialogue be? Default dialogue should be, let's say, what's something a boss would say? Another bright and sunshiny day in the office or something? Let's go with that. Alright, so the boss is going to be a cheerful person and not somebody who's like perpetually bored. Now I need to get if the quest is active. How do I do that again? I think I'm going to want to add a default reply. There's a lot of typing here, as Jack pointed out a minute ago. But SCR set multi option, there we go. Good morning. That'll just be some idle banter. SCR set Is it hide multi-option? Alright, hide multi-option. And I'm going to go and create a boss character real quick, a boss NPC. Where is game character hub? What should the boss look like? I feel like, okay, he's back. Hello, Jack. I feel like the boss should have like something ridiculously purple hair or something like that. Let's open up a random NPC. Alright, you have red hair, that's close enough. Let's do a hue shift on this. And make it like purple or something. Oops. I want to select all the cells. And not just one of them. So Jack, exactly what did you see when I went out there earlier? Delay still seems to be a thing. Yeah. There is a setting, apparently, to lower the delay, but I don't know if that affects quality or not. So I'm a little afraid to set it. Maybe I'll try it in the future, but as of right now, I'll have to look more into it to see how much it affects quality, because there is a lot of text on the screen, and I don't want it to be like you can't read it or anything. Blue hair, dark purple hair, indigo hair. I kind of like that. This guy can be the boss. Let's save as NPC boss, and I need to save that as a PNG also. All right, that looks good. Sure, whatever. I don't really care. I need to find the file and open it up. Where did it save to? Did it save to here? No, it did not. Game Maker old? Game Character Hub? Oh, here, I think. NPC boss. Alright, that needs to be a background. Characters, GCH. And I need to use that as set that to a tile set. I don't think it matters the dimensions of the tile set, but I just like to set them anyway. Let me see. Next, I'm going to need to probably zoom in on this a little bit. Need to I need to make some slight changes so that I can actually use this in the as an NPC in the game, because this was formatted for RPG Maker and I need it to be formatted for whatever I'm doing. Resize canvas. 144 is it? Oops. I screwed something up and chopped people's heads off. That looks good. Okay. The latest thing that I see Jack has said is delay still seems to be a thing. Okay. That looks right, I think. Alright, I don't know why I was confused by that. Let's see. I just need to add a couple things here. Alright, that way I can find the sprite, not the sprite, but the background in the game. And alright, it's time to add the boss to the world, I think. Let's see, nobody has gotten back to me. My partner in crime has not gotten back to me on Discord yet. So I don't know if he's going to be here tonight or not. He said he might be, but not doesn't know for sure. Let's see, I went and hid my chat again like a smart person. Oops. DQ intro does not exist here. Oh, I should probably get rid of this because I don't need those. Those were for back when this was still a Pokemon game. Demo quest. When those days are long gone, so I don't think I need them anymore. Let's see, does my mouse cursor show up in the, It does. Sort of. Oh no, my mouse cursor doesn't show up in the YouTube chat. Okay. Alright, so there's, Oh, this is hard-coded. I need this to be MQ00 opening. Alright. Whatever you say, game. syntax errors and such. I love syntax errors. Apparently, have I been live for 9 minutes already? Apparently I am. It doesn't feel like that long. I feel like the crash just happened a couple minutes ago. But anyway, a little Woody Allen quote there. I don't actually know who Woody Allen is, I just saw the quote and thought it was funny. Anyway, this can load up, that'll be great. Alright, let's load game, whatever that means. And... oh good. I thought the guy here labeled, oops, generic named NPC had like taken over the keymaster or something like that. I'm gonna delete you. And I'm going to add another NPC. And you can have the image of BTHR boss. Alright, so the nice blue hair and everything. Are you wearing the same thing as the Keymaster is? He is. I might want to change that later. Change his clothes. Don't move. Random rotation, sure. The cutscene I want to be, the boss I want to be, the NPC index for the game is, what did I call it? I've already forgotten. Yes, I know, I said I don't know who Woody Allen is. I'm sorry, I'm a failure of an entertainment person. You can pretend you don't know me now, if it makes you feel any better. What was I doing? MQ, boss 01, 05. That's what I wanted there. And what did I call the NPC? I can't remember already. I was distracted by Woody Allen and stuff. I get the feeling he's like an actor, comedian, or something like that. Okay, it's just named Boss. So I can enter that into the text box. Oops. Oh, damn it. I wanted to see what was the cutscene named. I forgot to name it in here. So it was like something generic. Where are you? Alright, MQ opening cutscene. One of them, because there's like two of them, because I forgot to... oh, come on. Stop that. There, I think that's right. Is there anything else? X, Y, Z, rotation. He's a famous director, actor, mainly known for offbeat comedies. Okay. So I was like 30% right. Kind of. I'm gonna say locked is true, I think. Let's save the map. And what happens when I talk to you? The game crashes. That's perfect. Why does the game crash? I love it when the game crashes. Oh, I know. I need a return value for the multi-option thing. Alright, now I need to go copy the map into the location, the folder, so that the changes are reflected in the game. I seriously need a better pipeline for... oh, I broke the game. Yeah, let's just blame it on Jack and not my bad code. That works. I seriously need a better pipeline for actually having things work and getting assets where they're supposed to be, though. Maybe someday. I've been working with this for kind of a while now. This whole game maker map editor system. It's kind of a questioning what I've been doing with my life. Alright, so the introduction is going to play. Alright, the introduction can play, I don't really care. Let's see. So that's going to begin the main quest, Act 1. Doesn't really have a name. You there! Another bright and sunshiny day in the office. Alright, you don't turn to face me, and you probably should. Oops, was I stuck in the door? I was kind of stuck in the door. Alright, so let's have you turn to face me. How do you do that? I forget how you do that. Alright, here it is. Now you will turn to face me. And let's see if the current quest is active, I think, right? I'm just gonna copy paste code. Q M main act 1. Alright. If the stage is equal to, what are the stages? Well, if it's 500, we're going to want to display text, right? I think. Q500. Okay. And somebody replied to me in Discord. Streaming currently. I should not be being distracted by this while I'm doing this, but I am. Oops. What happened to you? Thank you, come back. Now everything that happens when the quest stage is equal to 500, which is the, this thing here, is going to happen in between these two lines. And I'm still screwing around with the details on my other screen. I really should not be doing this. Let's draw some text. This can be talk. Are you ready for your first assignment or something like that? Are you ready for your first job? And the responses can be, how about sure and why not? Because I like it when responses are meaningless. Absolutely, and how about certainly? There are somewhat stronger responses than just yes and certain, than yes and sure or whatever I said. Somewhat more enthusiastic. And I'm going to need to hide the multiple choice options after this text. And alright, what was the task going to be? I feel like I should have that written down somewhere. I have paper all over my desk and I don't feel like searching through all of it right now. Alright, so we're going to just say find a bird. Because this is a game about birds and bringing them back to the rehabilitation place or something like that. So the next text is just going to be glad to see the enthusiasm. I don't know if I spelled that right. And I'm just going to say, next we got a call that there's an injured blue jay somewhere. Where should somewhere be? Somewhere, I think we decided on the bridge earlier. If you saw the bridge when I was running around in the beginning of stream. By the bridge. Under the bridge or something like that. That'll be easier to get to. There's a lot of bridges in this game actually, but birds to the east, we'll say. Ooh, stream shows 2 people watching now. Hello, 2 people watching. Probably Jack and somebody else. Would you mind going and bringing it back, please? Because you should end everything with a please and thank you. And I think we'll also have a yes and yes responses for this as well. How about consider it done? And on it. Hello, somebody else. Yes, indeed. Whoever that happens to be. I'm sorry if you don't want attention called to the fact that you're here. I just, it tends to happen when you have a small stream. When there's only like 2 people watching. But anyway, Alright, we're gonna validate the quest stages here. And that should make the that should make the cutscene finish, the quest finish rather, because I haven't defined any other stages. Jack, I remember a long time ago, back in the days of like Wonder Boy, you were messing around in Game Maker. Have you ever gotten back to that, messing around in Game Maker? I've always wondered that. I never actually bothered to ask. I think it's fun anyway, obviously, otherwise I probably would still be doing it. Alright, now I just need to go and main quest Act 1, get your assignment, so I don't have to actually go through the entire talking to people quest, and find the boss. Good morning. Are you ready for your first job? Absolutely. Consider it done, or whatever I said. And alright, so nothing updated there. Nothing updated there. The computer that had GameMaker installed crashed and I never re-downloaded it on a new computer. Oh, sorry to hear that. I remember when your computer crashed. I remember you had a lot of stuff that was lost on that computer. I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm just going to look like a massive fool right now. But anyway. I need to find out why the quest did not update. That should show a couple values, and it should show whether or not the NPC index is equal to boss. That might be redundant. I could probably figure this out on my own. Did I forget to set the NPC to the boss or something? I feel like when I say boss, it should be referring to like a super enemy, because that's what bosses tend to mean in a video game and not like your employer. Let's see, oops, did not mean to do that. Whatever, have fun, game. Alright, I guess we'll talk to you. That does not look normal. And you're walking backwards. Oops. Anyway, that was an event. What's your... You are set to boss. Okay. So if I go back and do this magic with the quests... You're stuck in the table. Why are you stuck in the table? Stop chewing the table. Nothing happened. I suppose that tells me why, that was a pretty big loss, mainly stories I had written that would probably make me cringe at the embarrassment these days. You mean like everything that I did when I was 16? Oh, those were the days. Anyway. Unless... This didn't execute for some reason. Did I screw up? Oh, you know what? That's because of a bit of weirdness with the way that the quest editor works in the game. I mean, to be fair, if you still had the stories, maybe you could like polish them up and make use of them. Or maybe not, who knows. Secretly, we're all a little more absurd than we make ourselves out to be. J.K. Rowling. I know who said that one. Being a massive Potter fan. Let's see, let's not go through that whole song and dance again. Quests. Main. Set this to active instead of completed now. Now when I talk to you, it should work. Alright, so completed objective, get your first assignment, and completed quest, make you Act 1. Alright. So, now when that happens, I think I should say... I should probably put the bird out under the bridge. Alright, first, I'm going to define the bird. And the bird is going to be NPC MQ Blue Jay. I'm considering polishing up that Wonder Boy game script you sent me. Yeah, that would be fun. To be completely honest, I don't know if I'd have time for that on top of this, because probably by the time I finish this, I'll have like a real life and stuff, because I'm just expecting it to take that long. But that would be fun. I would like to mess around with that kind of game mechanic, like a action platformer instead of an adventure talking to people-y game. Blue Jay. Maybe someday, who knows. To be fair, I am slightly more competent in Game Maker than I would have ever expected myself to be. So maybe if I tried helping you out with that these days, it wouldn't be like a complete disaster like it used to be. Let me see, I'm going to go and copy this and call it 06 Blue Jay. And I'm going to define it in here. Apologies for interrupting on Discord. No stealing my J.K. Rowling jokes. Oh, be quiet, you. Unworld. Did you like just walk in as soon as the quote from J.K. Rowling showed up on the stream, on the video? Because that would have been funny. I don't remember where I found that. I just know that I found it somewhere on the internet and attributed it to J.K. Rowling. Where is it? MQ06 Blue Jay. It's somewhere down here. MQ06 Blue Jay. Okay. There we go. Now, let's get on out of there. This is the one that I want. This is going to basically mirror the quest with the, I'll call him the employer instead of the boss because that's kind of what he is. This is basically going to mirror that scene, except instead of another bright and sunshiny day in the office, he's going to say, chirp, chirp. No, he's going to say it more slowly, more drawn out, because he's supposed to be injured. And I don't think I need the multi-option there. It looks like this is the injured Blue Jay that you were told to find. Oops, that's supposed to be a comma. Would you like to pick it up and bring it back to the aviary? Because I couldn't think of a better name than aviary. I'm gonna say, this is gonna be a yes and no. First one is, how about, yeah, let's do that. And the second one is going to be, how about, nope, not touching a bird. Because some people have a thing against touching birds. I don't know, I had chickens for 9 years, I'm used to picking them up. But I guess if you're not used to it, it can be a little bit unsettling, picking up a bird, especially if it tries to scrum around, which they generally do. Alright, I won't go and script the rest of that quite yet, but I will go add another quest stage. I don't think I need this open. That's the sign for sending you to the forest area. Let's see. Get your assignment. Find the bird. ID is 600 NPC MQ Blue Jay. Go 5. The description will be find the injured Blue Jay and bring it back to the Aviary. Hello, Nathan Fisher. Yes, that is, I guess, the closest to a blue jay that you're going to find in emoji speak. Let's see. Somebody else has messaged me on Discord. I'm going to show some self-restraint and not reply to it. I hate birds. Grandparents' chickens, freaky little buggers. I don't know. I like chickens. Chickens are awesome. Especially when they storm around the yard because they think you have food. It's MQ05 or 0105 or whatever it is. If you're talking to the blue jay, then the quest should advance. Okay. And I think that's all I want to do for now. Alright, let's run the game. See what happens. Today game. My favorite thing about working with GameMaker and big projects is how long it takes to compile all the time. Alright. So while it's loading up, and some audio groups loading up, and I assume the map is loading right now because that's what takes the most time. We are going to be over here. Quests. In Quest Act 1. Still doesn't have a name. Get your assignment. Set to active. Perfect. And if I talk to the boss, I should probably rename this NPC to boss instead of generic named NPC. But you can run out this way. And I think I want to plop down the bird somewhere over here. So I said under the bridge, didn't I? NPC, where's NPC? There's NPC. Hello, Jonathan Gaming. I think I got that. How are you doing today? I am just making games. B, I need the name of the blue jay. Picture. Animals, birds. Bird. That's not a, that's... Oops. Bird. This is not alphabetized. B, animal, bird 1. I think that'll do it. And... Okay, good. You are now a bird. You should probably enter your name this time. I won't say injured, I'll just say blue jay. And for GameMaker, that's incredible. I'm glad you think so. It looks, honestly, like a subpar PS1 game, but I'm glad you think so for GameMaker. It's definitely unusual for GameMaker. I know that much. I should probably save it because this is bound to crash when I don't want it to. Let's do that. For some reason, it's not letting me highlight you. Is that? No? Cutscene. What did I name the cutscene? I can't remember what I named the cutscene. This is terrible. Should be able to actually know these things. It's looking pretty dope. I'm glad you think so, again. I'm always pleasantly surprised when people like the way that this looks. I'm hoping that it will be able to stay that way, whatever this is. Because a lot of the graphics are from, were ripped from Pokemon games, and I'm going to have to change that, even if I don't decide to sell it because I don't want Nintendo in my butt. Now I should be able to talk to you. Chirp, chirp. Alright, well, that did its job. I'm going to save this again. Now, you know what? I'm going to go and rename the boss. Where was I? I was talking about graphics and having to change them, I think, a minute ago. We'll see how that goes, I guess. Name it your boss. Oh, come on. Oh, good. Right? Good. Dragonite skills are pretty incredible. GameMaker is a tool. Never seen anything like this. You underestimate how much of a life I don't have, or... What do you think about that? You underestimate how much of a life I don't have. Okay, I guess... It's not wrong, it's just awkward of a statement. Let's see... Next... I should probably come back here. And... what should happen if you say yes? If you say yes, I think if you say no, it'll just jump you to the end. And if you say yes, then it'll continue. I think that's how I want it to work. Is chat showing up on the stream? Good, it looks like it is. It also looks like it's not getting in the way of any code. That's also pretty cool. Next thing I think I'm going to want to do is decide how I want to implement picking up birds. We were talking about them, my partner in crime and I, we were talking about having a kind of puzzle mechanic where you have to chase them down, but I honestly don't know if I want to do that because I think it'll make the game more irritating than immersive. If that makes any sense, trying to chase birds. I already have a mini mechanic where you can like catch a butterfly, and if you are able to succeed at it, it'll add like butterfly wings to your inventory that do absolutely nothing. And that's a pain in the neck, and I don't know if I want to do that with birds as well. So I think I'll just say we can implement birds as items. This can be MQ01 Blue Jay, or 00, right, 01, first quest. And I can add on to this as needed. A lot of this is from previous versions of this game when there was going to be like combat and stuff, as you can see, armor. So a lot of this I'm probably just going to delete. Oh no, actually it looks like I got rid of all that. Anyway. You know what, I can get rid of all this because I don't need this. Weapons, armor. I'm sorry if you heard a giant coughing noise because I tried to not make any burping noises. I'm always amazed what 3D stuff GML can do even though GML is not for 3D. It can actually do quite a lot. If you optimize it right, it can handle quite a few triangles. And what was I just trying to do? I say that a lot. I also say I say that a lot. MQ01 Blue Jay. And there may be tricks that you can use with GameMaker and 3D that I just haven't even discovered yet to make it even better. Better, I say, as if it's good in the first place, but make it less bad. And I'm also going to want to create an item pocket for birds. These are categories from Pokemon, again, mostly. Let's see. Boowords. Oh, that's not how you pronounce it. Wait a minute. What did I just define? iPockets.bird. Okay, that should be correct. I am confused, and I do not know what I was just saying. Alright, let's go with that. But anyway, no effect. It's a bird. You found it somewhere. Bridge. Alright, that's where you found it. I once set up displacements in GML to fake an early 90s 3D RPG. That was a pain in the ass. I can imagine. I think the only built-in tutorial for 3D in GameMaker has you doing like, what does it do? It has you create walls using D3D draw plane or something like that, and it tries to emulate the look of early Doom, I think it is, and it works, and it does indeed look like early Doom, but man, was that a pain in the neck to follow. I think that was the first thing I tried to do to D3D in GameMaker. Before looking into the world of online tutorials, which were honestly much more helpful. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually make any changes to the bird cutscene, did I? So let's get out of there. Let's come back here. And say, picked up Blue Jay. What is MQ01 Blue Jay? Quantity 1. That's how it goes, right? Item ID and then quantity. Yeah. And I should hide this thing. I'm gonna say ds list add l arguments move to. What parameters does this take? Actor index, so this should be XYZ direction. Alright. NPCs.npc now.mq bird. Damn it, what was it? I cannot remember what I just created. Whatever this is. That word, there. It's gonna go to 0, 0, 0. And direction doesn't matter. It can retain its direction for all I care. Alright, that should make it appear to disappear from the map. And make it so that you can't pick it up twice, because that wouldn't make sense. How long have I been streaming for? 40 minutes already, wow. Doesn't feel like 40 minutes. I just saw there was a YouTube comment from Unworld about Game by Birds. Game about birds. Game something about birds. Let's see, let's bring the YouTube chat back so I can see it. How much can you add until it gets laggy? That's a good question. I don't actually know, and I don't quite want to find out. Let's see, quests. Active. I'm reluctant to add more than you see now. At least more terrain, because you can see the frames per second meter in the corner up here, and it's okay. It's better when it's compiled. I'm not running the Yo-Yo compiler because. Alright, so if I say no, but nothing happens. I'm not running the Yo-Yo compiler because I don't want to make people watching the stream sit through 6-minute compile times. Alright, that does what it's supposed to. And if I go into the inventory, there is indeed a bird. I can say use, but nothing happens. What else was I saying on the subject? In terms of like number of NPCs and stuff, that depends on if they're within the visible range and whether or not they're moving around. Obviously, drawing NPCs is quite slow, and I think you can only handle about 50 of them visible on the screen at a time before you'll notice slowdown, and the physics, the pathfinding for them is also kind of slow, so I try to limit that as well. Anyway, next. The next stage in the quest, I think, is going to be... Where did the quest thing go? It's probably under this item, right? Oh, here it is. It's going to be similar to this. It's going to be stage 700. Return the bird. And I'm going to say, how about, instead of having those two statements on top of each other, it's just going to be find the injured blue jay and then bring it back to the aviary. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to go probably have you talk to the boss again. So let's clone this. 06, I think it was. And say, that's that. I might save this for later. Who knows? But alright, the boss, that's what I'm looking for. This stage is equal to 700. Go to, oops, come on, marker. This says Q700, I think. Alright, did I answer your question properly, Camden FTW? I think I've seen your name around before, but I might be thinking of someone else. I'm not the best at names and on the internet. But I don't know if I adequately answered your question. Let me see. Do you have the bird is going to be what the boss asks. And the only response I think is going to be I got it. Let's see. After this, I don't actually know what I want to happen. I'm just going to go and play through the entire opening quest and see what you guys think, I think. And then we'll go from there. See what should happen. I'll say something fancy like that. What's the code to remove an item from your inventory? Remove item? Oh, that was easy. What was it? Blue Jay. Quantity 1. So that will no longer be in your inventory. Alright. This is coming together, I think. I hope. Also worth noting, Camden FTW, is that I have a decent computer at the moment. And, the graphics card is a GTX 1060. And I probably shouldn't count on other people being able to run this game on that, so I definitely want to optimize as much as possible. And keep the frame rate as high as possible. Because I do want this to be playable on older computers. Computer I used to have, it had a rather interesting relationship. It would have variable frame rates depending on how good a mood the CPU and GPU were in. But yeah, optimization is a thing that is kind of always in the back of my mind. I'm going to take the normal route up to where the bird is instead of flying over the hill, because I want to see how long it takes to actually get there and how it feels like. I don't think it'll be. It's not that far away as the crow flies, but it's a little ways as the playable character runs. It's not too bad though. Let's see. Okay. I should probably also put an NPC underneath here. I should probably also put an NPC here who would be the person who called it in. And I'll think about that in a minute. But anyway, I can just take a shortcut down the hill. I suppose that wasn't something I had planned on, but that's a decent feature. A decent advantage of putting the Blue Jay right there is that you can take the shortcut down the hill. Alright. You still think that it's, you still think that I'm on the first drop? Why was that? Did it advance? Did I, what did I do? I wasn't paying attention to what I did, because I was talking. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to run the game again. Alright. Flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. Douglas Adams. I know who that is. I don't know if Jack is still here, but I know who that is. So he doesn't have to get mad at me for that, for not knowing who Douglas Adams is. First, what happens if I talk to you without the quest active? Alright, it continues anyway, which shouldn't be happening. Oh, I know why this is. should go to the end if the quest stage is not there, is not one of these two. Alright, I know why. Crisis averted. And I see there are indeed 2 people watching. Okay. I have no idea who those 2 people are. There have been people popping in and out all night, which is cool. I hope they were at least mildly interested for the time that they were here. And I'm going to try and make this work. I should probably change the text if this is your first time coming here. I should probably have him say something else other than another bright and sunshiny day in the office, especially if it's in the middle of the night. But see, main quest Act 1. Alright, I am ready for my first job. Alright, so let's get out of here. Let's come on over here. I'm gonna define the NPC in the cutscene before I place him down in the world. Yeah, let's do that. Picked up the Blue Jay. Obtained the Blue Jay. Alright, so the quest has advanced. And now we're going to go and come back. Fly through the wall, onto the table. I do have the bird. And I no longer have the bird in my inventory, which is cool. Bouncing things off your head. Alright. I think that's it for the first quest. I've been streaming for about 50 minutes. Probably closer to an hour if you count the time that it crashed. But I don't know if I want to end this off. If anybody is still watching and has anything interesting to say about this, I suppose I could play through it from the beginning. I could show off what happens at the beginning by restarting the game. Yeah, if anybody has any ideas that they want to throw around, I'm more than interested in hearing them. So I'm loving the Dragon Roost theme, but copyright issues. Yeah, that's kind of placeholder music. This was originally going to be a Pokemon game, which is all kinds of copyright issues. And that was like the Cynthia theme, which is also what you hear in the aviary area. And the Dragon Roost theme were kind of placeholder music for that. Which I haven't taken out because I like listening to it when I'm running around. I know a guy who said he would do music for this game whenever I get down to actually finishing it. Let me say new game, which will launch the opening cutscene. So that's cool. I hope that whenever I actually do finish this game, if that happens, that he still has the time, because I know that he's his name is Kamix. You might have been familiar with his music. You might, present tense, be familiar with his music. He's just getting busier and busier all the time, I know. So, we'll see. Let's see, you! Storage barn. We keep our stuff here for storage. Keymaster Ralph. I don't remember if I actually named the Keymaster Ralph, or if he's still just... Yeah, if he is still just a generic named NPC as well. That's the notice board. Don't know why he turns around and faces you while he's running away. He didn't do it there. Interesting. I don't know why he's doing that. Should probably figure that out. Please don't make any loud noises when you're inside. Typical office stuff. Again, he turned around. And because of the angle, he's not visible. That's a shame. Well, it's not too important. He'll be back behind the desk. Now, is there anything else? You, or your boss, my boss, whatever. This is Keymaster. I said I would make his name Ralph. Don't ask why. I don't think I know anybody named Ralph. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. Going to save the map. And I might as well talk to you. Okay. Chirp, chirp. Oops, did I say no? I wasn't paying attention to what I clicked. Alright, I think I should be convinced that this part works now. And I might just end the stream here, because I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to accomplish in this part, in this stream. Let's see, it's looking really cool. I gotta go, so see you later. That's okay. I'm probably about to end this off anyway. Thanks for stopping by, if you're still here and able to hear that. Anyway, I got the bird, and I don't know if what actually happened to it is going to be important or not, but woo, right through your hair. Really creepy when it is walking away and staring at you. I know. I really need to figure out why it does that. I don't think I programmed him to turn around at any point in the walking away animation, but whatever. Anyway, alright. I don't know when I'm streaming next. Maybe Friday. I really should try and think of a consistent-ish stream schedule, but we'll see. I'll post it on social media, Twitter. Probably, I don't know if I'll post it on anywhere besides Twitter, but when I go live, but it'll be there. So for now, my name is Dragonite. I get up my fancy end screen. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for dropping by, and I will see you all later.